Good morning. I am Professor A.R. Niralkari, Department of Commerce and Accountancy, Gokte College of Commerce, Belagavi. Warm welcome to students of Become second semester. In this session, we will start the first unit, that is the practical skill development subject. This contains the trading organization and as well as the non-trading organization. Then here the trading organizations are the profit making entities. They sell goods and services to earn the maximize their profit. Then the non-trading organizations, these are non-profit making entities that exist solely for betterment of the society by providing the quality services. The trading organizations are having the main motive, that is earning the profit is the main motive of the trading concerns, that is maximum production, maximum sales and the maximum profit. Earning the profit is the primary objective of the trading concerns. Then usually the trading concerns are started in the form of the individual, that is the sole trader, or even though these can be started in the form of the partnership firms and the limited companies. Then the non-trading concerns forms in the form of the NGOs or the trust committees. Then the non-profit, the non-trading concerns, the primary object is that the then these are started for the intention of rendering the service to the society, then rendering the service for the betterment of the society. The best example for the non-trading concerns are like this, that is Mat, Mandir, Masidi, the charitable hospitals, the old age homes, that is the Urdhasrama, Anathrama, the sports club, the libraries, and these are all usually having the rendering the services to the society, helping the poor or the weaker sections. And also the certain institutions start the institutions or the societies for rendering the educational service to the society. Then usually we can see the many colleges, schools and colleges run by the various institutions. Then usually already we have discussed about the object. The trading object is earning the profit, non-trading object is rendering the service or help the poor, help the weaker sections. Then the source of income. In case of the trading concerns, the main source of income are revenue received from the sale of the merchandise or from the services rendered to the others. That is, in case of the trading concerns, the incomes received or the profit is earned from the sale of the goods and services to the others or the last consumers. That is, to start the manufacturing units, then to start the trading organizations. Through that one, then they are earning the profit or rendering the services to the others. And in case of the non-trading concerns, the main source are like this, that is, the main source of the income of these concerns are entrance fees, the subscriptions, the donations received, then the grants received from the state government or the central government or the local authorities. Then finally the incomes are to be allocated to whom? In case of the trading concerns, whatever the income earned is there, then that is to be found out with the help of the income and expenditure account or the trading and P&L account. Then if it is in the form of the, if the concern is belongs to the sole trader is there, whatever the profit is there, that is to be kept in his hand only. Then if the trading concerns belongs to the partnership firm is there, then whatever the profit earned is there, then as per their profit ratio, the profit is to be allocated to all the partners. Then in case of the concerns belongs to the limited companies, at the end of the trading period, at the end of the accounting period, whatever the profit earned is there, as per the norms, the profit is allocated to the shareholders. Then in case of the non-trading concerns, no question of allocating the profit. Here at the end of the year, we are not preparing the any income and expenditure account, any profit and loss account. The main object is that rendering the service to the society is there. Earning the profit is not the main motive of the non-trading concerns. Here we are maintaining only cash book and as well as the receipts and payments account. At the end of the receipts and payments account, we can see the surplus amount or the deficit amount. Whatever the surplus amount is there, that is to be kept for the further years. That is to be kept for the betterment of the society. Here, no question of allocating the incomes to any one of the members. Next, we can go for the next slides. Here, how the accounts are to be maintained in both the cases. In case of the trading concerns, the accounts of these concerns are maintained according to the double entry system of bookkeeping. The trial balance is to be drafted to know the arithmetic accuracy of the books of accounts. And finally, income and expenses summary is to be prepared to ascertain the net income or the loss of the business. In case of the trading concerns, first we have to prepare the trial balance. Here also we can follow the rules of the double entry system of the bookkeeping. Principles of the double entry system of the bookkeeping is to be followed. Then the trial balance is to be prepared to know the arithmetical accuracy, and at the end final accounts are to be opened. That is the profit and loss account and the balance sheet. If in case of the service industries are there, income and expenditure account is to be opened, and at the end we have to prepare the balance sheet. Then in case of the non-trading concerns, the accounts of the non-trading concerns are also maintained under the system of the double entry bookkeeping. These institutions don't maintain a full set of books, but only maintain a cash book. The cash book is the important in case of the non-trading concerns, and also simultaneously they have to maintain the receipts and payments account is to be maintained instead of the trial balance, income and expenditure account and the profit and loss account. Here only the final account means the cash book and as well as the receipts and payments account. At the end of the receipts and payments account, we can see the result, that is the surplus amount or the deficit amount. Whatever the surplus amount is there, that is to be kept for the betterment of the society or the next year betterment of the society. So these are the systems of accounts maintained in both the cases. Finally, we can see the next aspect, that is the difference between these two organizations. For the study of these differences, clearly we can get the idea of what is the trading organizations and what is the non-trading organization. The first one, in case of the trading organization, the primary activities of this organization is manufacturing or buying and selling of the goods and services. That is, in case of the trading organizations, the primary activities relating to, that is, manufacturing units, maximum production, or the buying and selling of the goods and services is the primary objectives. In case of the non-trading, the primary objective is that providing a service to the society is the primary objectives. Then second one, we can see the primary objectives of establishing such organizations is to earn the profit. Then in case of the primary non-trading, the primary objectives of establishing the such organizations is not to earning the profit but provide the services. Here the trading organizations are started with the intention to earn the profit. Non-trading organizations are started with the intention to rendering the service to the society. It is clear. Then in case of the trading organization, the net result of this organization is called as the profit or loss. In case of the non-trading organization, the net result of the organization is called surplus or the deficit. That is, we can get the clear idea. In case of the trading organizations, at the end of the year, we can prepare the profit and loss account. Through the profit and loss account, we can easily know during the particular period whether the organizations, whether the concerns get the profit or the loss. But in case of the non-trading organizations, here also we can maintain Instead of the trading in P&L account, here we can maintain the receipts and the payments account. How much we have received, how much we have made the expenditure. At the end, we can see the result in the form that is surplus or the deficit. Totally, in case of the trading, we are called, the result of the organization is called as the profit or loss. In case of the non-trading, we are called this one as the surplus or the deficit. Then, in case of the trading organization, the profit of the such organization is shared by its owners. Then, in case of the non-trading organization, the surplus of such organization is utilized for the benefit of the society. In case of the trading organizations, whatever the profit earned is there, that is goes to the individual trader or the partners or the shareholders. The profit is allocated to the partners and as well as the shareholders of the company. But in case of the non-trading, whatever the surplus amount is there, that is not allocated to anyone. That is not allocated to the elected body members of the organization or the members of the organizations. That is to be kept, that is to be utilized only for the benefits of the society. Then the last one, these organizations are managed by their owners. Usually trading organizations are maintained by the owners. Then in case of the non-trading organizations, these organizations are managed by an elected body of the members. So through this one, we can get the clear idea about the trading organizations and the non-trading organizations. Then we can see whatever the contents are there in the next session. Thank you one and all.